I could transition to this once I get it set up. Alright, we're gonna do this anyway. Let me pull this up real quick. I want to show you some of my freaking cool dev tools here. Not that. Not that. Yes, this. Are you gonna capture it? There! Guys, I want to show this to you. This is a dev tool. This is called telemetry. Nice black dev tool. That's racist! Just kidding. Okay, guys, I want to show this to you. Maybe we should hide me. No, you guys are going to have to look at me. Alright, clip it later. Or maybe I'll just cut this part out and upload it as a separate thing. That'll be easier for you guys anyway. That'll be easier, but I want to show you this. This is a dev tool that we use. It's called telemetry. Now, we're not talking about memory leaks. We're talking about microstutter. So, at the top here, why is it not capturing my cursor here? Capture cursor is selected. What? Oh, there we go. All right. Here's what I want to show you. So this, at the top, is the timeline. So this represents a 5-minute capture of me playing the game on live servers. Every one of these little red lines here is like a microstutter, or maybe even more. So you can see there's a lot of them. A lot! Okay? But what I can do here is I can zoom in on these. I want to look at this big one. So we're going to zoom in on this. Wow, there's like a bunch of little microstutters right here. So we're going to zoom in on this here. And I can actually like scrub this timeline around and look at what's actually going on. Yeah, each one is generally more CPU intensive than GPU. It's more CPU bound. Alright, so we're going to look at kind of what's going on here. So you can see each one of these little boxes here that highlights, this is a frame. Right, so when we say it, the game runs at 60 frames per second, you know, that's like in the course of a second. So here's a second. There's 60. Well, I have a lot more than that. So I'm getting at like 120 frames per second here or something. Okay? But look, we're ticking right along. Lots of little frames. Lots. Oh my gosh, we had a really long frame here. So we can go in here. Visions, I'm talking about looking for microstutter. I'm showing off some of our dev tools. Beast Craze, that's what I have. I got an i7 8700K. I have the Coffee Lake and a 1080 Ti. And I get microstutters. And I think part of it is because I'm a single PC streamer right now. Because when I play the game without streaming, it's actually pretty smooth. I rarely get any microstutter, but I get a lot during stream. Right, so what we can see here, like if I zoom in on this frame, I can actually just click the top there. And we can look at what's going on here, right? So this is kind of what the game is running at any given point. So this like UI main movie advance, this is like drawing the UI and stuff like that. What's up, Mimic? How are you? Even if you play without streaming, it's getting stutters. Oh, really? Well, we're working on that, because I think I know a little bit more now about what's going on. Let me go all the way to the bottom here. I'm going to show you something cool. Alright. So this is actually a view of what my CPUs are doing. We're going to switch to a different song here. Alright. So this is what my CPUs are doing. Here's all 12 of my CPUs. What's up, Overdome? How are you? And you can see I can zoom in even more. All these dead spaces like this right here, a CPU is actually not doing any work. So we actually want the CPUs to do as much work as possible. But during this point, they're not actually doing any work. So what I can do here is I can go up through this list and look at what is taking all the time. And what we see is this. In all of our microstutter frames, we're seeing this vertex pool keep warm. Right, so this is part of the particle effect system. Do you press what pretty button, Chefinator? I like pretty buttons. But so this is kind of what we're looking at here. This is our hint. This vertex pool keep warm thing right here. This is, like I said, it's part of our particle effect system. So I think that that's what's causing our microstutter. We can look at some of these other frames here. Like this is another really long one. What do we see here? That one's waiting on something. We can kind of scan up and down here and see what the game is actually doing. Oh, here we go. Look at this again. Here's more of these vertex pool keep warms. And what we can actually see here is you see right above it, it says core 7. So my CPU number 8, core 7, because it starts at 0, is both, or it's running this keep warm. But you can see while it's doing that, nothing else is running. See, there's no CPU actually running those. They're just unscheduled. We can scroll up. Nothing's running this. See a little bit right here, but nothing for the rest of that. Right, so this is kind of like a warning to us. Right, so this is the main thread up here, and it's not doing anything. There's a little bit right here, and then it just goes to sleep. The only threads that are actually doing anything is this freaking vertex pool keep warm. So this is part of our graphics system, and our graphics engineers know about this problem now, because I did this capture last night. And look, you see this? There's like a lot of this dead space in here, where my CPUs are actually not doing anything. You can see I'm running like OBS, and I was actually running a test stream while I was doing this. So I did the full experience, trying to figure out what's going on. And if we zoom out here, so we zoom back out to this timeline, let's look at another one of these like little microstutter things. Alright, so if we zoom way in on this guy, let's see what's going on here. Do we see the same sort of thing? That's just waiting. Oh! Here's our bad guy again. So there you go. It doesn't allow it to be capitals. Oh no. Admin client.exe. Yeah, so the admin client is the only one right now that actually has the profiling information built in. So all of the stuff that I can use to figure out what's going on with the timeline. But this, I wanted to show you guys, is one of our dev tools here. So that's kind of what's going on. I think we figured out what is going on there. Chefinator! Thank you, my dude, for that 3-month resub. Enjoy that 3-month badge. Button. You sure did. Thank you for that. Thank you. But yeah, so I wanted to show this to you guys and show you kind of some of the tools that we use to figure out what is actually going on with the game. We all know literally every community member will say that it's because the crosshair moves up. What? Vertex pool banned. We are good. Yeah, so we actually have a solution, but it causes some other issues. So it makes it not a complete solution. It causes problems with flickering, like fire and other effects and stuff like that. What's up, Serval? So with that, would you guys rework the particle system or remove it? Well, we're not going to remove the particle system because that's like how tracers work. That's how fire works. That's how mollies work. There's tons of things that actually use it. How lights work. It's how like the little butterflies do and stuff like that. Is Daybreak going to PAX East? I don't know. I think some people might be going. I haven't heard anything official. Can we remove tracers? You can remove tracers. You can turn them off. Those little things we don't need. You don't need fire. You don't need lights at night. You don't need all the little hit markers that appear like with the shotgun and stuff. Those are all particle effects. So there you guys go. I hope you like this little tiny short little introduction to our telemetry dev tool that we use here. If you turn them off, everyone gets a giant advantage. What is that black screen if you exit an H1 game? I don't know what that is, Beast Craze. You've never seen a game at night, Jubes? can play with your naked fists. Yeah, it can just be a boxing game. So what do you guys think? Is that pretty nifty or what? I heard you want to make skins render all the way and have no black characters at range. That's racist. What is